Welcome. Billie Eilish was born Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell. Born on December 18, 2001 in Los Angeles, United States. Billie Eilish grew up in a household of actors and musicians and was homeschooled along with her brother Phineas. Given her environment, Billie has been familiar with music ever since childhood and even joined a children's choir at the age of 8. By the time she hit 11, she began writing and composing her own songs. While growing up, she saw her elder brother, Phineas O'Connell, fall in love with music. Additionally, her mother wrote songs and her father played instruments such as the piano and the ukulele. The musical vibe in the house inspired little Billie to make a career in music. She grew up listening to the music of the Beatles and Avril Lavigne. Her father loved making mixtapes of various artists. She was homeschooled for most of her early years, but that did not stop her from participating in extracurricular activities. She loved acting in homemade films and also sang and danced whenever she found the chance. When she turned 8 years old, she joined a choir and sang with them for 3 years. By the time she was 11 years old, she was already writing and composing songs of her own. She also made several short films. She shot them on a camera and edited them on iMovie, Apple's video editing app. Other than acting and music, dance was another passion of hers. She took dance classes in her early teenage years. With a plethora of skills, she aimed at making a big career in the show business. Her elder brother had a band of his own. He had written a song named Ocean Eyes and asked his sister to record it in her voice. This accidental song turned out to be the breakthrough success for Billie and boosted her career. Billie made her debut as a singer in October 2015 when she released a single titled Ocean's Eyes. The song was initially written by Phineas for his band, but he ultimately gave the song to his sister. A music video for the song was released on March 24, 2016 before Billie re-released the track through Interscope Records later in November of that year. In early 2017, she released an EP featuring 4 remixes of Ocean's Eyes. Following the release of other singles such as Bellyache and Bored, which was a part of the soundtrack to 13 Reasons Why, Billie announced her debut EP Don't Smile at Me in July 2017. Don't Smile at Me was released on August 11 and debuted at number 185 on Billboard 200 a month and a half after its release. The track My Boy was used in the 4th episode of Shadowhunter Season 3. Billie embarked on her first tour, Where's My Mind tour, in February 2018. The tour wrapped up in April. The same month she unveiled her collaborative track with Khalid titled Lovely. It served as the soundtrack to the 2nd season of 13 Reasons Why. Billie began the rollout for her debut album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, in July, releasing its first single You Should See Me in a Crown. The second single, When the Party's Over, was released on October 17, while the third single, Bury a Friend, made its way out on January 30, 2019. When We All Fall Asleep, Where So We Go hit the stores on March 29, just weeks after the release of its 4th single Wish You Were Gay. It debuted atop Billboard 200, helping her become the first artist born in the 2000s to have a #1 album. In the following month, she performed at the 2019 Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go continued to do well on music charts and even helped Billie make another record after every song from the album, excluding Goodbye, charted on Hot 100. In doing so, the singer broke the record for most simultaneously charting Hot 100 songs by a female artist with 14 songs. She also became the youngest artist to have a #1 single after Bad Guy dethroned Lil Nas X Old Town Road on Billboard's Hot 100. Given how well the album performed commercially and critically, it was only natural for her to earn several awards thanks to the record. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go won Album of the Year at 2019 Apple Music Awards and Foreign Album of the Year at the 2019 Danish Music Awards. In addition to that, it won Album of the Year, Best Pop Vocal Album and Best Engineered Album, Non-Classical at the 2020 Grammy Awards. Those weren't all the accolades Billie received at the biggest music event in the industry. During the live ceremony, she was also named the winner of Record of the Year and Song of the Year for Bad Guy and Best New Artist. With that, she became the youngest artist and first woman to win the 4 main Grammy categories. Prior to her record-breaking win, she was also crowned the 2019 Billboard Woman of the Year. Billie did not stop making music after that. On February 13, 2020, she unleashed the theme song for the 25th installment in the James Bond film franchise, No Time to Die. Written and produced with her brother Phineas, the song became the second Bond theme to top the charts after Sam Smith's Writing on the Wall and her first #1 single in the United Kingdom. At 17, many are taking the SAT and starting the college application process. Homeschooled 17-year-old model and singer-songwriter Billie Eilish, though, is straying from tradition. She has already amassed a net worth of $6 million and spends her time playing shows around the world, including the outdoor stage at Coachella. As to her Coachella performance, Variety writes, Eilish's non-headlining, but really effectively headlining performance was the most anticipated performance of the 3-day weekend. If you've been hearing Eilish's name but don't know much about her, here's what you need to know. Like many modern singers, Eilish got a start on SoundCloud, where she released songs like She's Broken, Fingers Crossed, and the hit single Ocean Eyes, which she released at the age of 14. She signed with Next Models in October of 2018. Her full name is Billie Eilish Pirate Baird O'Connell. Eilish and Pirate are her middle names, Baird is her mother's maiden name, and O'Connell is her family name. She is heavily involved in the design process for her merchandise, which is produced under the company name Bloche, and the clothes can be found at Urban Outfitters. She produced her single board for the Netflix series 13 Reasons Why. Bellyache is a song written by Billie and her brother Phineas. It was released on February 24, 2017. Eilish released her EP, Don't Smile at Me, on August 11, 2017, at the age of 15. The EP contains 8 songs, 9, including the Vince Staples remix of Watch, entitled And Burn. Throughout the songs, Eilish takes on various personas. In Bellyache, for example, the singer enjoys getting into the persona of someone who acts on their emotions, only to feel guilt afterwards. Hostage, the longest track on the album, further explores this somewhat psychopathic character. In contrast, Eilish is very much herself in Copycat when she comes into her 2019 style, more so than with any other song on the EP. In the song, she addresses someone who copies everything she does in an attempt to win her favor. In an interview, Eilish explained that this song provides a direct contrast to another song on the album, I Don't Wanna Be You Anymore. In Copycat, she speaks to herself and her public image in a very positive way, with lyrics such as Everybody Knows My Name. In I Don't Wanna Be You Anymore, she discusses her own insecurities, explaining that, sometimes, she doesn't want to live in her own skin. In a Genius interview, she says, You are always you. Forever. That's terrifying. In My Boy and Party Favor, she speaks to the endings of romantic relationships that are failing, but in Hostage, she clings onto a significant other. In this way, Eilish plays with contrasts between personas and emotions on this EP. Early life and family support. In summary, Eilish's musical career truly began at age 8, when she began to participate in the Los Angeles Children's Chorus. She started writing songs at the age of 11 and has always loved making music with her brother, Phineas O'Connell. A musician himself, Phineas performs alongside his sister on both guitar and vocals. O'Connell originally wrote Ocean Eyes for his band, the Slightlies, but decided it was better suited for his sister. He currently releases songs under the name Phineas. He is yet to release a debut album, but has several singles with millions of Spotify streams apiece. He is also known for his recurring role on Glee as the character of Alastair. Their parents are both actors, like O'Connell. Their mom, Maggie Bear, played the role of Laura on Life Inside Out and Samara on Mass Effect 2. Their dad, Patrick O'Connell, had roles in both Iron Man and Supergirl, and also voiced a character in the video game, Hitman. Eilish's debut LP, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go?, was released on March 29, 2019. This album contains 14 songs, including an intro and an outro, Goodbye. The intro, true to Eilish's character, is a recording of her taking out her Invisalign and stating that this is the album. The outro is a haunting compilation of all the songs from the album in reverse order, starting with I Love You and ending with Bad Guy. The songs on this album, similarly to those on the EP, vary in character. Bad Guy, for example, portrays a calloused and intense character, while I Love You emphasizes emotions and vulnerability. A common thread throughout the album is distortion of vocals and instruments for emphasis. In Zanny, for example, the pure vocals switch to vocals with a sort of underwater sound halfway through. In 8, the vocal starts out adjusted to be higher pitched until after the first verse, when the vocals return to normal. This album was released 2 weeks prior to Eilish's Coachella debut, so concertgoers had 2 weeks to learn the lyrics so they could sing along at the event. Throughout the album, Eilish draws her inspiration from various sources, ranging from the Sherlock episode-inspired You Should See Me in a Crown, to the arcade game-inspired I La Milo, to The Office-inspired My Strange Addiction, which even goes as far as to sample quotes from the singer's favorite TV show. One by One Tour. Keep Up with Billie Eilish, like most people her age, is very active on social media. Her Instagram username was changed from the iconic Where Are the Avocados?, a name she developed upon opening the fridge to see a lack of avocados, begging the question Where are the avocados?, to a simpler Billie Eilish earlier this May, leaving fans to wonder the reasoning behind this change. Her Twitter username shares this handle. Her Snapchat isn't as active, but fans can add her at Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish has been criticized for never smiling in photographs. She has responded to such criticism by saying that she does not like smiling because it makes her feel weak and powerless. She is known for her eccentric dress sense. She is often criticized for it, but does not pay attention to the criticism. Fans can also visit her website, which takes visitors to a bedroom filled with Billie Eilish merchandise. Moving the cursor around gives visitors a 360-degree view of the room. The menu items are written on a mirror. This web interface is indicative of Eilish's personality, unique. Thank you for watching. You are invited to subscribe, share, and like.